All right, people, we are live. Tonight is going to be a rant. I haven't done one of these in a long time. It's long overdue. I can feel it building up. I got some stupid message today from some idiot coach. And now I'm going to do a rant. Sent a email out. Anyway, it's hilarious. Anyway, I'm going to talk about why coaches will fail. Most coaches will fail in 2023 when times change, and why most of them suck at enrolling. It's not going to be pretty today, but it's going to be fun. I got to get some stuff off my chest, right? I love a lot of coaches, and there's a lot of them that I just can't stand, and the reason why the coaching industry has a bad reputation overall. Number one thing I can't stand is a lot of them are like ultra sensitive, like this, so easily offended at anything. It's like they have this, they say they're an empath, and they just feel everyone's feelings and stuff. And it's really like they just lack any kind of emotional stability or like control, right? Or even resilience. They just like shrink, right? Another thing that is pretty common is this righteousness, this higher moral authority. They think they're better than people. It's this superiority complex. It's masked with I want to help people, but a lot of things they talk down to people a lot. It's really it's interesting. And then I noticed there's some type of patterns of like hypocritical. They'll say certain things and can be ultra judgmental on people, and then things don't always, they're not the same in different situations. So if it benefits them, it's cool. They'll go after some other people. It's weird. And the number one reason I think a lot of these coaches are just, they're people pleasers, and it's like they have to try to please everybody. And I mean, I've had clients that are like that. I love them, don't get me wrong, because they have like these things in and of themselves aren't so bad. So when you stack all of them together, you get this really, I think the coaching industry is going to be like in for a rude awakening this year when the economy kind of adjusts. And if you don't know how to enroll and you don't know how to connect with people, you're going to be out of business. Coaches are going to be out of business this year. Okay. Another thing that ties in with the people pleasing is this validation seeking. It's like they always have to be validated. They need to get approval. All this kind of weird stuff. It can be in the rapport phase, trying to get people to like them, and it's this weird energy. And also, they don't want to rock the boat, so they just don't communicate well. So everything stays on the surface. They hit a million things, but they never ever hold space and be able to cut through the bullshit. Why? Because they're full of bullshit, their own bullshit stories. So when other people give them some surface level bullshit, they don't know how to cut through it. They don't know how to hold the frame. They don't know how to actually go into it, because they can't, because they're not willing to do it themselves. Another one is giving their power away, blaming. Oh, this person's broke, or this person is not committed. I only work with committed people, so bah. It's this really weird arrogance that comes through, and they think it's this kind of, well, I know I only work with these people, but what the problem is they just push people away, and they blame everyone. They're not owning anything, okay? And because of this, a lot of them are just weak. They're weak people. They don't have the thick skin. They don't have what it takes to get someone to shift sometimes. Sometimes it's always just like love and light. Well, that's cool, and I'm all for that sometimes, but sometimes you need to have the stick there too. There has to be the balance. You can't all be one or the other. You know, a lot of them are highly amiable, or like that's where the people pleaser comes in, but they're too high in agreeableness. Everything's always okay, and this and this, and sometimes it's like, no, that's not okay. And they're not able to draw the line in the sand. And if you're not able to be strong and be assertive with people, I'm not talking all the time, but like most of the time, like when the bullshit comes up, you have to be assertive. And if you're not able to do that, to hold the frame, people are going to walk all over you, right? And you're just going to be a victim. That's why I say weak people. Another thing, let me see. Okay, I am live here. Okay, cool. Another thing that really bothers me is how unbelievably undecisive most coaches are. It's disgusting. I've been in so many programs over the last 5-6 years, And this, I'm talking about $10,000 programs, $12,000 programs, where there's coaches and there's thousands of people in there. And they have to ask everyone before they can do anything. Hey, this person said this. What should I do? What should I do? And they wonder why they don't get anyone on their calls that are decisive. They can't even make a decision on their business. Should I put this question in the application? What should I say? This person said this. How should I come back with this? It's insanity. I always make the joke about, like, when I talk to people, like, go to a restaurant that has a lot of items. Be decisive. Like, it's gross. Why are you going to ask 10 people what you should do with this person? It's your program. Make a decision, for Christ's sakes, right? Let me see. I put a little note here. I want to just check, make sure. Okay. Yeah, and then the other things, they feed into it. They hang out. They get in these circles, these coaching circles, where it's this rah-rah, woo-woo motivational bullshit. And they pay a lot of money for these things, like $2-3 a month, to be in these groups of people that police themselves, basically. I can't knock the people who created this. They're geniuses. They create this group of people, have them police each other, motivate and pump up each other up, and basically pay $2,000-$3,000 a month to get blamed that if it's not working, it's got to be them. It's got to be their mindset. It's unbelievable. I don't even know how they pull this off. I'm jealous, to be honest with you. Have the idiots police themselves and then charge them a lot of money. And then if it's not working, you know what? It's your mindset. You got to double down on mindset and spend 2-3 hours a day on mindset. Insanity. All right. And then also caring more about, like, being part of a community of coaches. I get it. It makes sense. People want to be part of something. I get it. But they care more about that than they do about, like, helping other people. They say they want to help people. They say they want to do this, but they just kind of pump themselves up with this fake bullshit motivation that lasts for a few days. They act like everything's great in front of everyone else, and then they're crying behind the scenes, right? You go into these groups, you think, oh my God, everyone's crushing it. And then you realize half of the people aren't making money. Half of the people aren't doing it. It's ridiculous. But they don't have a grasp on reality, right? Most of them have huge mindset blocks around money. They have worthiness issues. Now, some of them, it's ironic. Some of them can pay a lot of money for programs, but they don't feel like they're worth it to charge the money. So even though they're putting the price up high, they don't believe it inside. So they're incongruent, and they feel dirty. They feel disgusting asking for sales for that. In fact, they can't even deal with it. They can't even deal with a little email saying something about, like, hey, this is the result this person gets. Would it be worth to have a 10-minute conversation to see if it might work for you? Oh, I can't believe you sent me that. Take me off your list. It's like, oh my goodness, give me a break. Grow up a little bit. If you don't like it, don't like it. But people are too sensitive. All right, and that ties into the mindset blocks, the worthiness issues, ties into imposter syndrome. Most coaches have imposter syndrome. They don't believe in themselves, and they wonder why other people don't believe in them, right? Everything starts at home. Take care of get your own shit together before you try to help people with their shit, right? If you're not able to do it for you, how are you going to do it for other people, right? You got to take care of that first. The agreeableness, again, I was thinking about, it's like too high. It's too, where the people pleasing comes in. That's where everything. You got to be able to be okay to push back on people. It's for them. It's not for you. I always say that people say they want to be nice. They hide behind nice, I call it. And the problem with that is it's basically just your comfort. You want to be comfortable, so you don't say what's required for the other person to have a shift because you want to be nice. You don't want to blow the sale. You don't want all this other bullshit. Where if you truly love someone and you really want to help them, you need to tell them the truth. You need to tell them what's required, what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. So you can get off the phone and say, well, that was at least nice. Like, no. Like, how do you hold space for people to let them deal with what's going on? And how do you not take it personally, whether they say yes or say no? Because they're not saying yes or no to you, right? That's not it. At the end of the call, it's not whether they say yes or whether they say no. It's who do they want to be? Do they want to be the person that's been struggling for the last 10 years? Or do they want to do something about it? Why? Why now? Why do something about it? How can you hold space for people so they can actually go all in on themselves, right? Another thing is the whole framing thing. People don't understand frame. They think it's just like, oh, today's call, this is how it's going to go. I'm going to do this. They think that's framing. It's one little tiny piece. How do you own the frame, the authority, the expertise, the expert frame through the call? Right? So you're not like getting sold on their bullshit excuses. That's another thing too. People's mindset are so weak. You can write down all day long how awesome you are, a million things about gratitude. But if you don't believe in you to your core, it's never going to work. You need to build the character up of a person who is strong, who is powerful, who's going to say what is required. You can write things down all you want in your little journals all day long and put your hand on your heart and think it's going to happen, then get 5 no's and get crushed. Or you can figure out how to be strong and hold space for people. Hold space for yourself. Get real. Start with your own bullshit, your own lies. Pick yourself apart. When you can understand how you lie to yourself, what are the things you're doing? How are you not being the ultimate person that you need to be to show up as a coach for your clients? When you can do that, then you can hold space for other people. But you can't expose your own weaknesses. So I can't hold space for somebody else if I'm not willing to go there. I don't want to look at that. Oh, I do that. I can't make a decision without my spouse. Well, I can't hold space for that person. Right? You got to be the client you want to attract. Okay? And then where the neediness comes in, like a lot of people on the calls, are you laughing at their jokes? Do you feel the need to fill in space? Do you have to get them to like you? Are you worried about saying something and blowing the sale? That's the whole neediness, the whole people pleaser, the whole, I need to get something from you. I need to bring this call and make it go somewhere so you sign up and I can get your money. Even though you think that's not what you're thinking, that's how your actions are showing, right? It's crazy. Another thing is, like I said, they spend a lot of time on mindset, not any time on skill set, and they don't even listen to their own calls. They don't listen to their calls. And it's unbelievable. I don't know how people get any better. If you're not recording your calls and you're not listening to your calls on a regular basis, you're never going to get better. I mean, but what do I listen to? I don't even know what I'm listening for. Well, I mean, that's a whole other set of issues. But at least it gives you a chance to pick things up that you missed when you're on the call. Okay? And then this is another big one. These gurus that I made $85 million. I make all this money. Yeah, they make a lot of money. It's great. But they're incongruent. Most of them are it's insane. I went through this, one of the first high-ticket programs I went through, they talk about this fast action discount. And like I said, some of my clients use it. I don't care. I don't use it. I think it's sleazy personally. But I'm not against it. I just don't like it for me. Okay? And I talked to the person on the call, and there was a lot of money. This was a long time ago. And I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I'm not going to take all this money out of savings. It was quite a bit of money for me at the time. So I got on the call with them a week and a half later with my wife. We talked through it and ended up signing up. And I paid the same price, the fast action discount price. So they're full of shit. The people that are telling you to do a fast action discount, they don't even hold true to it. I got people in my program, and half of them came back later and didn't even have to pay they didn't pay the normal price. They paid the fast action discount price. So the thing they teach, they don't even follow. And then I just saw an ad from them 3 weeks ago, how we got X amount of clients with this 5-minute video. And it's a lie. They had a 45-minute webinar to get clients, and yet they say a 5-minute video. So it's this incongruency and this bullshit that everyone has. It's you follow anyone. If it works for you, do it. But it's just don't follow what people say. Follow what they do, right? That's what you got to do. People will teach you one thing and do another thing. And just be smart, right? Just be smart about it and find your own voice. Stop trying to be like somebody else. Stop trying to model or channel your inner person, sales guru stuff. It's ridiculous. The whole point of being great at sales, being great at enrolling, is being you without your limiting beliefs, without your bullshit stories, without you getting in the way. And every time you try to sound like someone else, you're just crushing yourself. You're never going to be great at it. Even if you get the sale, it's still going to feel off. You're going to have this inner misalignment. You're going to feel like shit. And the only way you can get really good at it is to really own your power by speaking your truth, letting go of the bullshit, showing up as you without the limiting beliefs, without the mindset blocks, without all the bullshit. If you can do that and speak your truth and not give a shit whether they sign up, they don't sign up, be outcome independent, speak your truth, have some skills to be able to ask questions, get people clear on things. Don't let vague language slide. Understand things, right? Before you make a diagnosis, before you judge people, understand what's really going on. Most people ask horrible questions. Oh, how does that make you feel? How long has that been going on? How's that affecting you? It's like you think they sound good, but the timing of it's all off. So I had a lady one time with this, listened to a call, I almost lost my mind. And this lady says, thank goodness for my cats because I probably would have killed myself. And the next question the girl says is, how's that affecting your business? It's like ridiculous. That's why scripts are stupid. Unless you can be present in the call. Most people can't be able to look at a script and be present. Now, the best salespeople in the world, coaches are different, right? But best salespeople, they internalize the script so they don't need it. Actors, it's a script. It doesn't sound like you're reading on a script. People say, I don't like a script because it's inauthentic. Well, I don't like it either. I don't use a script. My clients don't use a script. Some of them have frameworks. Some of them use it. But when they get to own their power, there's no script anymore. They're just having a conversation, right? Let me see. How long are we going here? 15 minutes. All right. That's a good rant. That's good. I could go on and on and on. I like coaches. I love coaches. Most of them suck. Let's just face it. Most of them are losers. And it's because they're trying to be something that they're not. They get this ego thing and they get this moral superiority. And they care more about comfort than they do about helping people. They rather look good than do good. So I say, cut the bullshit. If you want to help people, help yourself first. Realize your own bullshit. Then you can help other people with their bullshit. All right. Hope you've been liking my little 1 minute videos and stuff. I have to do these once in a while. I got to get this stuff out of me. I just get this anger built up. This stupid lady blocked me. It's ridiculous. And it's like, on one hand, I'm like, whatever. You're so sensitive and dumb. But it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon. So if you don't like this, good. Stop following me. I don't care. I don't need people to follow me that are just like going to be super soft and weak. Like, if you want to hear the same nice preachy bullshit, keep doing it. Watch your business die. If you want freaking to be empowered to be you without weakness, without bullshit, cool. Follow me. You get some good stuff. Take what's useful. Leave the rest. But like, don't be fucking weak. Be strong. Help people. Don't be nice. Help people. Being nice is not nice. All right, freaks. That's it. That's my rant. 17 and a half minutes. I feel good. I'll probably have some people unfollow me. Good. It'll be a good cleanse. And then real people will like me. And if you don't, I'm okay with it, guys. I don't care. I can sell anything, anywhere, anytime I want. I'm not worrying about it. I can go, if this doesn't work out, I don't care. I can do anything. I can go sell something. Anyway, I just had to get that rant out. I probably should have went to the gym. I did go yesterday. I'm going in the morning. All right, freaks. Whatever. Comment, don't care. See ya.